Welcome back to another video, guys. Do you guys see this box behind me? You see how massive this thing is? Look at that. This thing is insane. Huge. The reason the box is so big is because there's a company called Electric Bike Company. Yes, that's exactly what it's called, Electric Bike Company. Great name, by the way, when you're searching up electric bikes. But anyways, when they send you the bikes, they come 100% assembled. So I already got the bike out of the box. Literally, the handlebars were just turned sideways. All I had to do was turn them straight. That was it. That was all. It was ready to go. I mean, it was half charged, so I did charge it already. I got all that done. But I want to show you the bike real quick, and let's show you all the specs and everything on it. These bikes are 100% designed and built in the United States. All right, so now that you saw that, some cool things about the Electric Bike Company is that since they are designed here in the United States, if you go to the website right now, they have tons of different options that you can upgrade. So you can get a basket in the back that has an extra battery, some lights on it. You can change the frame color. They allow you to add fenders on it. You can basically customize this bike however you want, so it ships out exactly how you want the bike to be. Before we get too far into the bike, I want to show you some of the stuff that it comes with, and it comes with a quick start guide. If you want to go through it, read some stuff about it. It comes with some tools. I love companies that send me tools. I mean, I have a bunch of tools already, but it doesn't hurt to have the actual tools that you need. Everything for this bike comes in this little bag. Comes with a little screwdriver, comes with some snippers. Not 100% sure what these would be for, but we don't have to use them anytime soon. And a Torx bit and some Allen wrenches. You have to use these as soon as you get the bike just to straighten out the handlebars first and then tighten them down. So that's really the only tool I use. I think I used the 6 and the 5. That's all I used out of this kit. But it's cool they send you all that stuff. It comes with an anti-theft alarm system, which is pretty cool. I opened this up and I was like, man, this is super nice. You got some keys here. You got a little keychain that you can put it on. I don't even want to put fingerprints on it, but I already put fingerprints on it. All right, it's too late. But yeah, you get 2 remotes. There's already an alarm on it. And that thing is massively loud. That's a huge pro to me, is having an alarm system on your bike. And it already comes on, so you don't have to set anything up. That's awesome. And then it comes with a charger, obviously. And this charger, this is exactly how it looks. It's a little on the heavy side. It feels like it's probably like 3 or 4 pounds. I mean, it might not sound too heavy to some of you guys, but I have chargers that are actually lighter than this. But you can still put this in your backpack, not a problem whatsoever. And it is a smart charger, so you can leave it on overnight. You won't have any issues. And it has a 3-prong connector, similar to the Super 73, so you're not going to have any problems with it. And this is metal too. This isn't plastic. The inside is plastic, but the outside's metal. Compared to the Super 73, theirs is completely plastic. I always feel like I'm going to break it and plug it into the bike. And talking about where you plug the bike in, let me show you really quick. You plug the bike in right here, off to the side. Really nice port right there. No problems with that. This bike is a 1,000-watt peak, and I think it goes up to somewhere around 25 miles per hour, depending on your terrain, you know, road conditions, your weight, all that kind of stuff factors into it. But this is going to be a nice beach cruiser type of bike, something that actually commute. I would say this is a legit commuter to get back and forth to work. What you're really buying this for is for it to be super, super comfortable, quiet, just get you from point A to point B and be safe and be a perfectly street legal electric bike. And if you want a bike that just comes assembled, 100%, you don't have to do anything with it. You just have to straighten the handlebars out and tighten 4 bolts for the handlebars to not move back and forth. I've never seen any company do that where their bike is completely assembled. So that is fantastic for people that do not want to tinker or mess around with any type of nuts or bolts or anything like that. One thing worth mentioning on this bike is that all their wheels, 100% of their wheels are built in-house. You can rest assured that this wheel is going to be balanced for a very, very long time because they true them so perfect. and they make sure everything is tightened on them. But you know how we do it, so we're gonna go on the bike. I'm actually gonna go ride it and talk about it, tell you how it feels, all that stuff, because that's the true test, right? We don't just want to sit here and talk about the bike the whole time. So let's get on the bike, let's get out there. All right, let's go. For a 1,000-watt motor compared to my Super 73 RX, I want to say this picks up exactly the same speed. So I will say the seat right away, it's different from what I've been sitting on. I normally sit on like a motorcycle type of seat, but this thing is fantastic. I don't have any issues with it. I am trying to get used to it, but it's definitely gonna be real comfortable for like long rides and stuff like that. It's quiet too. It's super, super quiet. I love the display. The display is gorgeous. I really wish my other e-bikes had displays like this, because I really like an LCD type of display. It just makes it look nice and clean, and you can read everything. It's not so tiny where you're squinting your eyes. Especially me getting older, you know, trying to see all this stuff is a little hard. One thing I want to mention, the first thing I actually saw, and it's kind of funny, is that the cable management on this bike. Do you see how good this cable management is on this bike? Like, it's so nice and clean. Like, I love how they did the cable management, and it's all integrated into the frame. All right, let's ride up in here. This thing is nimble, man. This thing turns. Some of my bikes, they have fat tires, so you don't turn that fast. And since these tires are so like skinny, it's just like, whew. I don't know how far I can go, but we'll take it easy. We're not, you know, we're not out here to try to wreck the bike or anything like that. I can see my mom loving this bike. She hates all my other bikes because they're, you know, they're real torquey and either low to the ground or just too modified. And I could see her just, you know, because you're just cruising. I feel like I wish I was at the beach right now. I feel like I should be at the beach with this bike right now. I don't think I have the handlebars exactly where I want them yet. I adjusted them a few times. But the cool thing with their handlebar and the neck system on here, the stem, if you look here, you can adjust it so the stem can go all the way up this way, and then you can still move your bars down or up. So you have a bunch of versatility on where you want your bar placement at. I just didn't spend a lot of time moving them. Dude, this thing is jamming, man. I mean, we do have the wind going with us, and we're hitting like 30 miles an hour almost. 28, 29 is what I'm averaging, like I'm normally seeing. So the brakes on this bike, they're hydraulic, which is crazy. So that brings me to another point. We actually haven't even talked about the price yet. And the price for this bike right now is $13.99. That's a great price for this bike. You get hydraulic brakes for that price, and you get a bike that's already set up and made. Like, it's pretty dope. To be honest, the older I get, the more lazier I'm getting. So I'm getting to the point where, like, I might want to start just buying bikes that come already assembled, ready to take out of the box. That just made it like so much easier. So it has pedal assist 1 through 5. If I drop it down, we'll go a little bit slower. So if I go down to 4 takes us down a little bit on speed. If I put it on 3, it takes us down a lot more. If I put it on 1, we'll probably barely be moving. It almost feels like the bike died. That's how much it changed right now. Ooh, bus, be careful, man. To turn on the headlights, you just hold the up button, and you can get the headlights and the tail lights going, which is pretty cool. This bike already comes with that stuff. Some of the Super 73 bikes that I bought, I was kind of disappointed that it didn't come with a headlight or a tail light, and I'm paying $2 grand for. But it's nice to see companies make some really good stuff for pretty cheap. We're getting a lot of looks on this bike too, because it's nice and flashy. The paint on this thing is fantastic. It's like a gloss black, and you can, like I said, you can get them in any color you really want. You can customize it however you want. You can get a front basket up here if you want. You can get a rear basket in the back. And the rear basket, you can put a battery in there too. So you can get more range out of this thing, which brings me to my next point. You know, the range on this thing is 50 miles an hour. Like, crazy. Now again, can't stress this enough. It's gonna depend on your weight, terrain, going uphill, downhill. But 50 miles, man, like none of my e-bikes I've ever bought like go that far unless I've replaced the battery and spent like a ton of money. Yeah, this thing's comfortable. Thank you, car, for getting all the way over. I appreciate that. Why are electric bikes so fun? I don't care what it is. And I'll be honest with this bike, this wouldn't be a bike I would go out and buy because I'm that hot rodding type of person. I want to just go fast. 30 miles an hour is still fast for an electric bike. It's fast enough for tons of people. That's what we're hitting right now. I think it's rated for like 25. No one cares to go 50 miles an hour on an electric bike like I do. I'm just, you know, I'm a one-off person. You know, I probably fall in a 5% category on people that just want to, you know, jam on an electric bike. But this is a true street legal electric bike. You'll never get pulled over on it. It's going to be, to me personally, I feel like it's going to be more for my older audience because the way it is, it has a step-through design. So you don't have to step over the whole entire bike. It makes it real easy to just kind of get over. Like if you're like kind of short, when they try to get on some of my other bikes, they can't fully get on them. They kind of have to jimmy their way on there, like kind of slide over the seat. Man, this thing just turns like a dream. I'm afraid to go too sharp on it. I don't know the bike too well, so I'm a little worried on that. But this thing, it like turns so damn good. So I should do a little bit of pedaling just to kind of see how the pedaling is, because I've just been using throttle only. We haven't even went down a bar. Oh, my pedal assist is off. Okay, now my pedal assist is on. Oh man, we're moving now. So this has a big chain ring on the front, which makes it a lot easier to pedal compared to some other bikes I've been on. It feels more natural. I can tell that I need to adjust the seat up just a hair because when I pedal, my feet come up just ever so slightly higher than I'd want to. But once I adjust the seat, it will feel natural because I'll be sitting a little taller. So you can be super short, you can be super tall, and you're not gonna have an issue riding this bike. So, you know, I'm pedaling. I'm not having any issues pedaling. But I'll be real, I'm gonna go back to the throttle because I'm lazy. Man, hydraulic brakes, man. Every bike should come with hydraulic brakes. Any electric bike. They need to stop putting cable brakes on electric bike. And these being hydraulic, I'm not complaining. And who shout out to whoever made this cable management? I know I said it before. Whoever did this damn cable management, man, props to you. Because I am into that. I want a clean looking bike. See, people don't even hear me coming. It's so quiet, you don't even hear me coming. Hey, make sure you follow my other videos because we're gonna get some people at my work to ride this bike. I think they're really gonna enjoy it. The weight capacity on this bike, I think, is in the mid 300 range. So it's suitable for tons and tons of people. You know what I just realized is that the display tells you the temperature outside. What? 75 where I'm at right now. It's a beautiful day, guys. Super beautiful to be on a bike like this, just cruising. It's gonna tell you your trip on how far you went on your current ride. It's gonna tell you your total miles. It's gonna tell you the time you've been on the bike. Like right now, we've been riding this bike for 22 minutes, probably going on 23 minutes. And the miles, we've done 8.8 miles, and I've done a total of 10 miles altogether because I did take the bike up and down the street after I charged it just to make sure like everything was good on it. 9 miles now. There's one pros and cons that I want to talk about this bike, but I'll talk about it when we get back to the house. All right, so what I was talking about is the kickstand. I love that the kickstand is right in the middle of the bike. I feel like all kickstands should be right in the middle of the bike because think about it. If you have a rack right here in the back with a bunch of stuff, and then you have a rack in the front with a bunch of heavy stuff, you should never just have one back here. You know, you never know how you're gonna have your setup on your bike. So having it right in the middle is fantastic. That's the pro. But the con is the fact that these pedals hit it. So you can't roll the bike back, like it stops. So if you wanted to move it in your garage real quick without kicking the kickstand up, you know, just want to move it really quick, you can't. I've already scratched mine up a little bit because this definitely comes in contact. It's not a jailbreaker, I'm just showing there's a pro and con to having the kickstand right in the middle. And I know I told you, this thing is carbon fiber. It's not real carbon fiber, it's like an overlay, but it's pretty. And here's exactly how the bike looks out in the sun. It's beautiful. I still need to wipe it down. It still has some bubble wrap imprint on it, but lovely, gorgeous looking bike. Gorgeous. And these are all quick disconnects too. If you want to take those off really quick, throw it in the back of a car or something like that. Same with this, for the seat to raise it up and down. You can do it as you're riding, no tools required. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Thanks to Electric Bike Company for sponsoring this video and sending me a bike to ride. I enjoyed it, it was super fun. If you guys want to pick up one just like this, you can save $50, use the link in the description. Go over there, check them out, you can customize them, do whatever you want. Let me know if you picked one up. I'm real curious because I can see a lot of people riding these to get to and from work. So see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Later.